Okay, so I just watched Grace Randolph, and I watch everybody. I want to hear their takes on it, because sometimes they say something that I agree with. Okay, and I watched this other person. I don't know who he is, but he was talking about Superman and Supergirl and Brainiac. And if you ever followed any of my videos or maybe came across my videos, it's all in the archives, right? I've talked about Man of Steel 2, I've talked about my passion, if there was going to be a Man of Steel 2, who would be a villain, and it's Brainiac, because let's face it, we must have all read that book, Brainiac, with Superman on the cover, with Brainiac in front, and the artwork and stuff like that. The Brainiac on that cover kind of resembles the one that you see in Krypton. And Superman takes it on, and I made an argument how you don't need Brainiac for the full film. You could have him manipulating computers and whatnot in Metropolis, and then having a threat in space that only Superman can deal with, because right now we don't have any other superhero that can go up into space. But now there's this rumour going on about Supergirl and the villain in the Supergirl film is going to be like Brainiac, but it's going to happen like decades before Superman turns up. And I'm like, and I don't know how anybody could be excited for that prospect, especially from fans, especially with all that rubbish happening in Supergirl, where Supergirl's, even though she got there, I'm talking about the TV show, how she got there late and somehow is roughly the same age as Superman, unlike the comics where Superman's the older one and she learns stuff. And now we're talking about how this film is talking about decades before. Now, we know that Supergirl couldn't have been on Earth being Supergirl before Superman turned up, because Superman's the first alien encounter, so it has to happen maybe on planet Krypton before, with Supergirl dealing with Brainiac, and then finally coming to Earth, and maybe that's when Superman comes into it, because there's all this rumour about Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck getting more contracts to do other films. But then, lo and behold, whenever we get first time we ever get a really decent villain, apart from Lex Luthor, Superman's not fighting him, it's going to be Supergirl. Superman's going to help, as long as he doesn't look like a wimp, but for me personally, I would rather have Henry Cavill do one great Superman movie that everyone can agree on against a villain before introducing Supergirl. So yeah, it's a worry. For me, it's a worry as a fan. It's a worry for the characters, because I spend most of my time defending Superman, Man of Steel, and saying this is the character in the comics. Right, Man of Steel, I've read comics like that. There's a lot of people out there that don't read comics that think that Superman is the Christopher Reeve. Right? Boy Scout, everything's all nice and dandy, and he doesn't do anything wrong. Okay, and for us comic book readers, especially us who's read things like Identity Crisis, we know you can turn off that soupy hearing so the other heroes in the room can do something that really needs to be done, and Superman has to turn a blind eye to it. You know what I mean? He's human. He's got to. He doesn't have all the answers, right? He makes mistakes, but it's a struggle within him to correct it and everything else, and pat the other heroes on the back. So So that's my worry. I just hope we're not following this again, gender woman thing. Okay, if they can create now, it's lo and behold, it's said that Supergirl first appeared in BVS, one of the cut scenes, which has Bruce Wayne looking at this image, and there was a rumour going about that Cyborg had somehow got hold of a girl DNA Kryptonian, and there was a girl there wearing, you know, because it was the leg thing and it looked like Supergirl, so it was maybe already planned by Zack Snyder or something and was cut out because it's in the Snyder cut. You know, I don't know. Maybe she was planned to go up against him. Then there was talk about was Supergirl there with Steppenwolf, which just makes it mind-blowingly no. Seriously, how, you know, this is billions of years ago and Supergirl's there. What happened? Did they go through it? All these rumours is bad, right? All these are because you start believing them and you start getting worried and everything else, and oh Jesus. So anyway, I'm listening to Grace, and I'll put the links to the end of the video, okay? And so if you want to comment, watch the videos before you comment on my videos, okay? So you get the bigger picture, and then you can really disagree with me, right? So the next thing is Grace Randolph, and she's talking about Tommy Emmerich and how he's came out and said we're not really wanting to concentrate in a shared universe, and she thinks that's a bad thing, right? And the fact that, you know, we didn't get the Flash thing that was in BVS, we didn't get an answer to that. And there's a lot of things she said that, you know, rang a few bells, you know, was bang on the money, and there was a lot of things that I didn't disagree with, you know. And one of those things is got to be like the Marvel universe, right? It's worked, okay? It's with all the, she talks about all these wee inkling bits at the very end of the credit union. It's, you know, you, and here's what she was mistaken, right? You watch the film, you watch the Marvel film, right? And you could watch it and you go, right, okay, so I wonder what's next, right? And I'm thinking, a lot of people have been watching these Marvel movies, right? And they're not really getting, you know, they're not really enjoying it that much, but in order to get the bigger picture, they have to go and see the next one. That's the pulling thing. Right? It's like playing one of those video games and it doesn't really end, or doesn't give you the ending, and you think, well, maybe the next film will give you the ending that you want. Do you know? I mean, I just watched Split there for the first time, and then it ends with already a connection to Glass, right? And of course you had to have seen Unbreakable to understand the ending to Split. Then you would have had and some people say you would had to watch the other two films to understand. But Unbreakable came out years and years ago. I've been talking to guys in work that thought Glass was rubbish. It's just, have you seen Unbreakable or Split? I mean, they're all one part of a story. They're all one part of an art, and they could say yes or they could say no, but it's like 10-15 years ago before, you know, the culmination of the film. A film itself for me has to stand out by itself, right? And she goes on about Aquaman and how there's not a buzz about the second one because the second one just gives you, you know, a Black Manta on it, and a lot of Aquaman's villains is not as famous as Wonder Woman's. I'm thinking, I don't even think Wonder Woman villains are any more famous than Aquaman's or anything else. You know, there would only be one or two maybe villains in Wonder Woman that a majority of people would know, but that's about it. So maybe there's not enough buzz for a second one because it's been tight-lipped. We don't know where we're going. She's making this excuse the reason why it's made $1 billion and whatnot because I don't know, right? I'm not going to go and argue why the movie done brilliant. Okay, maybe just because it was a decent enough film and it was something new that nobody had seen before. Or the fact that it started off in China where we got rid of all the biased media that was going to attack it because it's a DC film. But going back onto this shared universe, would I have wanted a shared universe? Of course I would. But then again, I would have liked what Tommy Emmerich says. Maybe he's talking about the directors coming in and making a film without worrying about what any other movie is doing, and I can see the benefits in that. You know, I mean, I would really love a Justice League movie that hasn't been hammered, but for all we know, we ain't getting one for a long time. Hence, we ask for the Zack Snyder cut, because we want a Justice League that we've been pining for and we've been wanting ever since we heard it was getting made. We wanted a Batman v Superman movie that would just blow the roof off and everybody in the world would be going gah, but not everybody had those reactions that we wanted for our beloved characters. And I'm talking about the majority. I'm not talking about you and I or whatever that loved the film. We're hurt because it didn't get all that attention. And people will make excuses, and the reason why, it was too rushed. No, the only rushed movie out of the lot of them was Justice League. That was the only rushed one. You cannot tell me BVS was rushed, right? And you cannot, and then for Superman to come back as quick as that, and everybody else, no, the characters don't need explained. Okay, Aquaman didn't need explained, right? You got the gist of who he was, the same as Cyborg and Flash. Within 5 minutes you got the gist of who they was. But with this, and as I say, with this Marvel universe, it needs to put that bit in the credits, right? To put that little bit, and I mean, majority of the bits in the credits were pointless. And to be honest, what else she goes and says, you know, it makes you interested in the other character. I went, no. I mean, I saw Ant-Man, you know, I saw Ant-Man, I had very little idea who he was. I watched it, I thought, it was alright. You know, but I didn't need a setup to watch it, and I didn't need a setup to watch all the other things. And I think if I jumped in, my first Marvel movie was like 5 movies in without seeing whatever happened before, I think I would have just got the gist of it. You know, I didn't need to wait 10 years for this big build up because none of them really connected. I could have, I mean, I've not seen Avengers Infinity War. That's right, I've not seen it. I'm not interested in seeing it. It'll come on Netflix one day and I'll watch it unless Marvel, Disney or whatnot pulls it away and you can only see it if you subscribe. That's the only way I'll watch it. But it's because it just doesn't interest me. Okay, and for all those people that be watching me that's Marvel fans have watched a thing that's subtitled DC Vigilante, well, you know I'm going to say something like that. It's just that I don't get the universe. I don't really care much for the characters. But if I jumped in and I watched them, and I don't honestly, if Avengers Infinity War was the first Marvel film I'd seen, I'd be like, huh, and I wouldn't need all this other backstory to it. Because that's just me. Okay, I don't need a big long explanation of anybody. Of anybody in the film. As long as I get the gist of the story, that's a bad guy. He's came down and he wants to change things. And that guy has powers like that. And that guy has powers like that. Fine, I'm on board. Right. Entertain me. That's all I need. Didn't need to be a big shared universe. Now, the drawback to DC not being a shared universe is you're wanting... You do kind of, and I agree with her on this, is I would love Henry Cavill, and I've talked to this about before, I would love Henry Cavill to appear on Shazam. I would love that. Because we have that that movie, that animated movie in the book. I actually just brought it out earlier before. Was it called Thunder or something? Shazam and Superman meeting Shazam for the first time. You know, Clark meeting the boy and stuff. You know, I would love that. And I agree with her, you know, it might, but I don't think you need that to boost the sale of the movie. You know, any Spider-Man fan would love something like that. And as I say, the only thing that's worrying me about it, and I've spoke to it before, is it will draw attention away from Superman. Okay? Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Trinity, right? These are the three heroes, right, that you have got to put onto a pedestal, right, before you get other ones. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to have all these minor characters be loved more than the original three. Is there anything wrong with that? Slightly, yes. Because these are the three that started it all. These are the three that's had great stories and comic books that's been in our lives for 60 odd years, you know, and for comic book fans, they have got to, you know, that is like saying, okay, if you're a Marvel fan or whatever, right, or a James Bond, right, that's for saying like James Bond is garbage compared to the villain of the Peace Odd Job, right, or that it's like saying Captain America and Spider-Man is mince, right, compared to Ant-Man, right? That's, you don't want that, okay? You want these main heroes to be on this pedestal, right? To have great movies made about them, and then build up the interest of the other ones. So when the other two come to meet at anything, it'll be like, wow. And talking about the subject, I was going to make this a different video, but no, I will not. I'm keeping my mouth closed. I'm keeping my mouth closed for the review of Teen Titans and Jeff Johns. I'll keep that for another video. So watch these two, and let's know your thoughts in your comments. 10 points if you can tell me where this t-shirt comes from. Thank you.